Cheers. Happy Sunday, folks. Um, it's just water. It's not wine. But anywho, happy Sunday. Hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. For any of the Packer fans out there, you know damn well how Friday night's game in Brazil went. Not only did we lose, the game was awful, right? It was just terrible. Jordan Love lost, then potentially lost Jordan Love for what's it, 3, 4, 5 weeks or something like that. What do you do? Um, which partially is what leads to my video here. Not the Packers, but um, putting happiness into other situations in life, into other situations or people or whatever it might be. And the title of the video is going to be the root of all suffering, right? And what is the root of all suffering, or root, tomato, tomato, right? Say what you want. But the root of all suffering, and I heard this quote a long time ago, and I just watched a video on Tony Robbins talk about it, and I want to take my little spin on it. But the root of all suffering being expectations, right? Expectations are the root of all suffering. What does that mean? Well, kind of how it sounds, right? When you expect certain things in life to go a certain way, right? If I expect my partner to do or say certain things or act a certain way and they don't, that causes suffering, right? If I expect that my career is going to go this direction and it doesn't, if I expect that tomorrow is going to be this way and it doesn't, right? That creates a lot of suffering for us, right? You can't predict what's going to happen in life, especially when it comes to people, right? I think we have a little more control about where our career could go, how much money we make, and all that stuff. But when it comes to how people are, putting expectations into how people are going to act, right? And I'm sure anyone that watches this, you can resonate with this, right? Again, especially when it comes to friends or people you're dating or your wife or your husband or whatever it might be. But when you expect things to go a certain way or people to act a certain way, more often than not, they're not going to do it, right? And for a lot of us, we put a lot of happiness into other people, right? We put a lot of, not just people, we put a lot of happiness into, how much money we make, right? What our job is, right? Versus being happy with just who you are, right? And not letting your thoughts and emotions control you. I know it's easier said than done. But one thing I encourage, and I've been trying to do with myself recently, especially, is, it's putting happiness back in you, right? And expect the unexpected, right? Because I think if you can expect the unexpected, right? Well, then you're not putting expectations on your happiness into other people or things, right? You can't base your happiness off of external things, right? Or people, right? People are external things. You can't base your happiness off that. You're never going to be happy, right? I coached so many people back in the day who I heard this weekly. It's I'll be happy when, right? I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I lose that 10 pounds. I'll be happy when this person does this or that, right? But they forget to ask themselves a question is, well, why am I not happy right now? Why is this thing going to eventually make me happy? I expect that to make me happy. What happens when it doesn't, right? Because then that just leads to the next thing, right? Okay, let's say you lost that 10 pounds. You might have felt happy for a little bit, but then something else comes up. I'll be happy when. And it's this vicious cycle of I'll be happy when, I'll be happy when. That's all you ever keep saying. Because again, you're expecting that a certain outcome is going to make you happy versus you're not feeling that emotion in your mind right now. Um, and the goal is to get to that, right? The goal is for us to eventually get to a point where we don't have to put happiness based upon expectations on how other people are going to act, or if I'm going to make this much money, get that job, lose this weight, whatever have you, so on and so forth, right? We want to get to that spot. We want to get to that spot where we're just happy with who we are, where we are now in the moment. And if you can do that, that's pretty powerful, right? And it's as we know, it's a choice. I mean, it really is a choice, right? Putting your focus, right? Like Tony Robbins talks about, it's all about what you're focusing on, right? If you're focused on an outcome, if you're focused on expectations, versus if you're just focused on you, right? Bettering you. You're focused on the present moment. You're focused on what can I do now in this moment, right? To make myself happy. And sometimes you have to dig deep for that. And it takes a while. I'm not perfect at it, right? I mean, and let's be honest, right? That focus shouldn't be, I just got to have a beer. I just need to take that hit. Or I just need a glass of wine. Or I just need to have that cigarette, right? If you divert your focus into, okay, what are my big key life items right now, right? what are my God, my eye itches, sorry, but what am I focused on right now, right? Well, again, just as an example for me, right? So I'm focused on building a YouTube channel, right? I'm focused on trying to reach a lot of people and give them a different perspective on how to think, right? Um, from a pilot perspective, I'm focused on trying to improve my health. I'm focused on trying to, take the next step in life, right? So when you shift your focus onto the multitude of things that are really important to you, sorry, I just ate a little bit ago too, so it's like indigestion action. But when you put your focus onto what's really important to you, right? What's going to make you happy, right? And again, not sedating yourself with drugs and alcohol. Alcohol is a drug, obviously, but neither here nor there. But when you put your focus onto the what's going to truly make you happy on the inside, right? You start to not put so much focus on your external expectations of other people and how they're going to react to you, what they're going to say or do to you, right? You stop putting so much expectation on the fact that I'm trying to control every little part of my life. You stop putting so much expectation that, okay, when I finally get to this point, then I'll be happy, right? When this person finally does this, I'll be happy. So focus, right? What are you currently focused on? I don't know why I did that, but I did. What are you currently focused on, right? Is your focus on something that's benefiting you, right? Day to day, benefiting you? Or is it something that's really, again, Tony Robbins made a great example, right? He had talked about a time where he had all these big projects he wanted to focus on and he didn't really know what to do or where to go, so he just diverted and would clean his desk, right? That made him happy in the moment, right? Knowing stuff was clean, but he negated, actually, looking at what he truly wanted to do. I know it's a weird example, but he just did a video on it, and I thought it was kind of cool. And we do that a lot too. We divert our minds, right? When you got so much stuff going on, and you don't know, you can't pick a direction. You go off and focus. You put your mental energy into something else that you can do in the moment, right? We're a very I need this now society, right? Especially people who have dealt with like addiction stuff in the past. Right? It's like I want to feel better now, right? Versus what do I need to do now to make me feel better? We'll just say forever, right? You're not like you're happy forever. You're gonna feel better forever, but you get my drift, right? We always we do more stuff to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure, right? So like even right now, just to be brutally honest, right? On a Sunday afternoon, all I really want to do right now is have a glass of wine. Not going to help me at all, right? But that's like where my mind wants to go right now. But we, recognizing that first and foremost, and then refocusing, and again, that's not just for me, but for anyone who feels they need instant gratification, right? Because a lot of us do, right? We want to take that hit smoke that cigarette, have that glass of wine, hit the THC or take the shrooms or, do that right now, right? And again, for people that do that, nothing wrong with that stuff. Just don't do it every, maybe not every single day, copious amounts to where it just, numbs your mind. But it's getting out of the mindset that I need to feel better right now in this moment, right? Versus what can I do now? What can I put my focus on now that maybe I do enjoy it, right? I enjoy making these videos, but just for people out there watching, what can you focus on right now that maybe isn't going to necessarily get you obviously the dream life right now, but it's going to propel you a little bit closer to that, right? The more you start putting your focus on that stuff that's really, truly important to you, again, like I said earlier, those expectations that you once had that you thought were going to make you happy, right? You're going to start to feel more of an internal style of happiness. And that's some powerful stuff if you ask me. I've been watching a lot of Tony Robbins lately, and for the folks that don't know of him or don't watch him, highly recommend going on YouTube, pulling up his videos. He's got a lot of great books out there that I'm really looking forward to reading someday. He's got a great coaching system. I've done a couple coaching calls too, which has been phenomenal. It's been a really, really cool experience so far. But anywho, Flying Health Coach coming at you Sunday afternoon. Email is going to go up there somewheres, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe over there. I still can't believe I do this stuff, or am doing it, I should say, right? So yeah, email, like and subscribe, please, right? Always love the love and support if possible. And as always, feel free to shoot me an email if anyone does want some one-on-one coaching. Like I always say in the end of these videos, right? I'm here I'm here to offer a good set of ears if you need them. Sometimes you just gotta vent, right? Sometimes you don't want to be told what to do. You don't want help. You just need to get it off your chest. And that's healthy, right? You just got to talk about what's going on in your life. Or maybe you are lost and do need some help figuring out the next step. Well, we can do some coaching on that, right? I've helped a lot of people in my coaching days, and I stuck mainly towards, like growth and motivation and like fitness type stuff. But if I can't help you, well, we're going to find a route that can. So anywho, hope again everyone's had a great week, great weekend. Hope you have a great upcoming week. Again, filled with hopefully a bunch of crazy emotions and the whole experience of life, right?